Welcome to this crash course on The Art of War, a book that's equal parts history and timeless strategy. Written by Sun Tzu, a Chinese general, strategist and philosopher, its wisdom has echoed through the ages. Sun Tzu understood that victory isn't about brute force, but about strategy, planning and understanding the human condition. Let's dive into the heart of Sun Tzu's teachings and unpack the core principles that have made The Art of War a manual for success across cultures and centuries. To appreciate the art of war, we need to rewind to ancient China, a period marked by constant warfare. Sun Tzu's brilliance emerged in this crucible of conflict. Legend has it that Sun Tzu served as a general under Prince Guang of Wu, leading his forces to victory. His masterpiece wasn't just a military manual, it was a treatise on strategy, leadership, and the human psyche. From samurai in Japan to European leaders like Napoleon, Sun Tzu's ideas have shaped history. Sun Tzu begins The Art of War with a profound statement. War is a matter of vital importance to the state. This applies to any high-stakes situation in life. Entering any conflict unprepared is a recipe for disaster. Sun Tzu stresses the importance of strategic planning before making a move. Assess your goals, strengths, weaknesses and resources. By planning and preparing, you gain a crucial advantage, setting yourself up for success before the battle even begins. Planning is important, but what about action? Sun Tzu argues that the greatest victories are often won before a single blow is struck. By choosing your battles wisely and knowing when to fight and when to hold back, you can achieve your objectives with minimal effort. Avoid unnecessary conflicts and strike only when you have a clear advantage. This concept applies to life in general, helping us discern which battles are worth fighting. True strength lies in knowing when to hold back and conserve your energy for the battles that truly matter. Sun Tzu emphasizes understanding the battlefield, which goes beyond just the physical terrain. Every situation presents a unique landscape of opportunities and challenges. The key to success lies in identifying these factors and using them to your advantage. Sun Tzu uses the metaphor of water to illustrate this point. Just as water adapts to the land, a strategist must adapt to changing circumstances. Recognizing different types of terrain and understanding their implications is crucial for making informed decisions. This concept extends to business, where terrain might refer to market trends or competitor activities. To conquer your enemy, you must first understand them. This means delving into their psychology, motivations, and fears. Sun Tzu stresses the importance of gathering intelligence on the enemy's character. In the modern world, this principle translates to understanding your competitors, clients, and colleagues. Understanding yourself is just as important as understanding your enemy. Be brutally honest about your strengths and weaknesses. Self-knowledge is an ongoing process of self-assessment and reflection. In your career, self-knowledge helps you identify skills gaps and make informed decisions. In your personal life, it helps you build stronger relationships by understanding your own needs and communication style. With a clear understanding of both yourself and your opponent, you can formulate a winning strategy. Sun Tzu emphasizes leveraging your strengths against your opponent's weaknesses. Victory often comes from being smarter and more adaptable. This strategy is relevant in the boardroom as well as on the battlefield. The key takeaway is to be adaptable and willing to change your approach based on the circumstances. Sun Tzu recognized that conflict is constantly evolving. Rigidity in the face of change is a recipe for disaster. Sun Tzu stresses the importance of remaining fluid and adjusting your plans as the situation demands. This principle of flexibility is crucial in life. Our ability to adapt to unforeseen events is truly tested in these moments. To cultivate flexibility, Sun Tzu advises becoming masters of observation. Constantly assess the situation and be ready to adjust your approach. This requires letting go of preconceived notions and embracing new approaches as needed. In business, this translates to being agile and open to new ideas and opportunities. Flexibility doesn't mean being passive. Sun Tzu emphasizes recognizing and seizing opportunities when they arise. Develop a keen sense of timing and act decisively when the odds are in your favor. This principle applies to all areas of life. In negotiations, it's about knowing when to push and when to concede. By cultivating both flexibility and a keen sense of timing, we can ride the waves of change with grace. Sun Tzu dedicates a significant portion of the art of war to deception. Warfare is a realm of illusions, and victory often hinges on outsmarting your opponent. Deception is about creating a false perception in the mind of your adversary. It's about understanding their psychology and exploiting their biases. Deception is not just trickery, it's a strategic advantage. The element of surprise is a powerful weapon. Sun Tzu emphasizes striking when the enemy is unprepared and keeping them off balance. Be unpredictable and avoid predictable patterns. Exploiting the unexpected requires adaptability and a deep understanding of your opponent's weaknesses. Take calculated risks to gain a strategic advantage. One of the most intriguing aspects of Sun Tzu's teachings is his emphasis on using weakness as a weapon. He argues that sometimes the best way to achieve victory is to appear weaker than you actually are, lulling your opponent into a false sense of security. He writes, "When able to attack, we must seem unable. When near, we must make the enemy believe we are far away." This means disguising your strengths, downplaying your capabilities, and even feigning fear or hesitation to lure your opponent into a trap. This principle might seem counterintuitive, but it's based on a deep understanding of human psychology. When we perceive someone as weak or vulnerable, we often let our guard down, becoming complacent and overconfident. This creates an opportunity for the seemingly weaker party to exploit. History is full of examples of this principle in action. From the Trojan horse to the Battle of Thermopylae, military strategists have used the illusion of weakness to achieve stunning victories against seemingly insurmountable odds. In the business world, a smaller company might purposely portray itself as less threatening to avoid provoking a response from a larger competitor, all the while developing innovative strategies and products that will eventually give them a competitive edge. Remember, true strength lies not just in physical power, but also in cunning, adaptability, and the ability to outthink your opponent. By mastering the art of deception, you can turn your weaknesses into advantages and achieve victory even when the odds seem stacked against you. Sun Tzu recognized that even the most brilliant strategy is useless without effective leadership to implement it. He places great emphasis on the role of the general, not just as a military commander, but as a leader of people. He writes, "The general is the bulwark of the state. If the bulwark is strong at all points, the state will be strong. If the bulwark is defective, the state will be weak." This highlights the immense responsibility that rests on the shoulders of a leader. Their decisions, their character, their ability to inspire and motivate can determine the fate of entire nations. But Sun Tzu's definition of a general extends far beyond the battlefield. In the context of the art of war, a general can be anyone in a position of leadership, a CEO, a team leader, a teacher, even a parent. Effective leadership, according to Sun Tzu, begins with self-mastery. A leader must possess wisdom, courage, benevolence, and above all, a deep understanding of human nature. They must be able to inspire confidence in their followers, even in the face of adversity. A leader who succumbs to fear, indecision, or self-doubt will inevitably lead their followers to defeat. Section 2. Inspiring courage and discipline. One of the key challenges of leadership is balancing the seemingly contradictory qualities of courage and discipline. Sun Tzu understood that an army driven solely by courage might fight fiercely but recklessly, while an army overly reliant on discipline might lack the initiative and adaptability needed to succeed in the chaos of battle. He writes, "A brave general is not necessarily victorious, and a timid one is not necessarily defeated." True courage, according to Sun Tzu, lies in making calculated risks, in knowing when to attack and when to hold back, and in having the mental fortitude to stay the course even when faced with setbacks. Discipline, on the other hand, is not about blind obedience or mindless following of orders. It's about creating a culture of respect, where soldiers trust their leaders and understand the importance of following orders, not out of fear of punishment, but out of a shared commitment to a common goal. A leader who can inspire both courage and discipline in their followers creates a formidable force, capable of overcoming even the most daunting challenges. Section 3. Unity and shared purpose. Perhaps the most important quality of a Sun Tzu leader is their ability to foster a sense of unity and shared purpose among their followers. He recognized that an army divided by internal conflicts, personal ambitions, or lack of trust in their leader is an army destined to fail. He writes, "When one treats people with benevolence, justice and righteousness and reposes confidence in them, the army will be united in spirit, and all will be happy to serve their leaders." A skilled leader, according to Sun Tzu, creates a sense of shared ownership over the mission. They communicate clearly, listen to their followers, and recognize and reward individual and collective achievements. They foster an environment of trust and mutual respect where everyone feels valued and understands their role in the larger picture. This principle of unity extends far beyond the military context. In any organization, whether it's a business, a non-profit, or even a family, a shared sense of purpose and a strong sense of camaraderie are essential for success. By fostering these qualities in their followers, a leader creates a team that is not only capable of achieving great things, but is also more resilient in the face of challenges. They understand that their strength lies not just in their individual abilities, but in their collective power as a united force. Section 1. Timeless Strategies for Modern Battles. So there you have it. Sun Tzu's Art of War in 15 minutes. We've covered a lot of ground, from the importance of strategic planning to the subtle power of deception. But the true power of Sun Tzu's work lies not in memorizing his words, but in internalizing his principles and applying them to our own lives. Because while the battlefields of today may look different from those of ancient China, the fundamental challenges of conflict remain the same. We all face competition, obstacles, and moments where we need to make tough decisions with limited information. It's in these moments that Sun Tzu's wisdom can truly make a difference. Think about the principles we've discussed: strategic planning, self-knowledge, adaptability, deception, leadership. These aren't just abstract concepts. They're practical tools that can be applied to any situation where stakes are high and the outcome is uncertain. Whether you're negotiating a business deal, leading a team, or simply trying to navigate the complexities of your own life, the lessons of the art of war can provide a roadmap for success. Remember, victory doesn't always go to the strongest or the most aggressive, but to the most strategic, the most adaptable, and the most cunning. Section 2. A Legacy of Wisdom, a Future of Strategy. The enduring legacy of Sun Tzu's Art of War is a testament to the universality of its teachings. For over 2 millennia, this book has transcended cultural and temporal boundaries, offering guidance to leaders, strategists, and thinkers from all walks of life. Its principles have been studied by military leaders and CEOs, athletes and politicians, artists and entrepreneurs. And while the battlefields may have changed, the fundamental truths that Sun Tzu so eloquently articulated remain as relevant today as they were centuries ago. As we navigate the complexities of the 21st century, a world marked by rapid technological advancement, global interconnectedness and ever-increasing competition, the need for strategic thinking and adaptability has never been greater. The Art of War offers a timeless framework for approaching challenges with wisdom, foresight, and a deep understanding of human nature. So, as we conclude this exploration of Sun Tzu's masterpiece, let us carry his wisdom with us. Let us strive to be more strategic in our thinking, more adaptable in our approach, and more mindful of the human element in all our interactions. By embracing the principles of the art of war, we not only equip ourselves to overcome the challenges we face, but also contribute to a world where conflict is approached with greater understanding, strategy, and a commitment to achieving lasting peace and prosperity.